everybody, and welcome back to DK's Take. I'm DK here with NBL, and I'm finally back. It's been a long awaited time for me to come back and give you my take on some things, but I had to make a move, so now I'm moved and ready to go. Today I'm going to talk about how the development team from EA should be more diverse in who they bring out for the beta. But before I get into that, I want you guys to go ahead and follow All Business on Twitter and go to web3ks.com where you can get all graphics for your affordable needs. Alright, now on to the dev team. Now, I must admit, before I go into this, I went down to EA Play, as all of you know, and I played the game, and there's a lot of things I should have picked up. Since I only had a limited time, I wanted to give my feedback on the gameplay and what was new and what they had to offer as far as the gameplay was concerned. I wasn't able to make many judgment calls on things that I saw that were like glitchy or the bugs that came out or whatnot. So now me getting to how the dev team should be diverse in who they send for the betas and the testing and stuff. I mean, CFM should have a group of CFM people. It should be a group of like MUT guys. It should be a group of like lobby guys. Like, we need a lot of diverse. Like, a lot of the game changers, they go out there, they play the game, they're looking to get content in their minds on what they can drop as far as like ebooks and stuff that comes out right when the game drops so they can make money. A lot of things went undetected. A lot of bugs went undetected. Like, for instance, the number one receiver is on the left side going against the number two cornerback. Now, that's a no-no. You should always be able to line up your number ones with each other, unless they gave us where we could match up our cornerback against any receiver or tight end or so. So that's a definite bomber. The next one was whenever you could tell if someone's running or passing before they snap the ball. Like, that can't happen. Like, you had a group of guys going to a closed beta and nobody picked up that you can see that. Nobody picked up that the number one receiver is going to be the number two cornerback. That just goes to show me that there was people there for their own, their own sake. They was looking to see what they can do as far as maybe glitching the game for nanos, or seeing what offenses will work when the game comes out, or what plays. Like, they call it the meta. The meta is basically what the whole Madden community is doing, like the competitive lobby guys. Now, guys like me who are in NBL, who have so many rules and wants to play as sim as possible, a lot of that stuff doesn't cater. A lot of things that the game changers go out to play the beta doesn't cater to us. We need to get guys out that cater to us, the real CFM guys. Like, we had to wait. I want to say we had to wait about 3 weeks before we could actually start our season. We just started our season last night, Wednesday. So today is I think today is the 15th. So today's the 15th. Madden came out, I want to say, the 24th. So I know this is live and I'm checking to see what these dates are, but we want to get these correct. So the game came out August the 22nd. So we got 1, 2, 3, basically 4 weeks that we could not play our season because of patches that need to be made. Now, the game, I think, is so much better. I think there's so much more that has been offered to the game. There's some messy things in there, let me tell you. But for the most part, I love the game. The game's changed, especially the injuries in CFM. Like, it's been great for our league to have, like, depth. Like, you can't just have a couple guys and expect them to last the whole season. Like, you gotta have depth now. But anywho, going back to what I was talking about with the diversity, we got to get the CFM guys out there. There's no way we should have waited 4 weeks before we had to start our season for a patch. And the patch basically fixed whether the person you're playing against is running or passing. Like, and then the rookie patch, which I did talk to John White. Y'all saw my interview with John White. And I did talk to him, and he did tell me that the rookie ratings were going to be down. And when before the game dropped, I was saying how I simulated a season, and the ratings were a little bit higher than normal. You had like Calvin Johnson's and Chris Johnson's coming out, and once the game came out, guess what we saw? Those high ratings. Like, You got a guy that's 6'6" running with 93 speed, all 80s catching, but his awareness in the 40s. So basically, once you bust up his awareness to 70s, 80s, he's going to be a high 80, 90 player. Like, we can't have that. It should be like one or two, maybe three guys who are like elite, like the real draft is. You draft upon potential and what guys do at the combine and everything. So, I mean, like, we got to get a lot more diverse crew out there. We got to get more love for we got to get love for every aspect of Madden. Not just for MUT, which probably makes the majority of the money for EA and Madden. Not just for Play Now. Not just for playing head-to-head games online. Not just for CFM. Not just for Draft Champions. But for everything. We need eyes on everything. We don't need 50 guys doing the beta test and 50 eyes on the same thing, trying to either benefit themselves more or kind of overlooking the fact that of things. There's no way. I'm sorry, but there's no way that no one noticed that was in the beta test. I'm one of the people. I didn't go to the beta test. Like I said, I went to EA Play, and as I said before, I was totally focused on gameplay and what I could give back to the community as far as like what's been added, what's been taken away, give back to the guys that's in my league who was looking forward to me, saying things like that. I know now for the future, once I go back and to EA Play next year, to look for the buggy things. And we're going to go with a lot more people from NBL next year also. So it's going to be a lot easier for me not to just have to worry about the gameplay and, the interviews here and there. I can actually look in depth on what the game has to offer, because there's no way I should have missed. If anything, I should have missed the number one receiver lining up against the number two quarterback. So I'm pretty disappointed in myself for that. I should have picked that up. But I really feel if I was like in a beta testing crew, I would be able to pick up things because I wouldn't be trying to look for the betas aren't. The main reason for betas, in my opinion, should be to detect bugs, to look for things that shouldn't be there, to take things out and add something else. That's what beta testing is for, to find all the glitches, all the bugs, so that way once the game comes out, we don't have to wait 4 weeks to start our CFM. Or you got guys playing, even the guys that are playing head-to-head online, or the guys playing in the MUT or Draft Champions, they was able to see if their guy was running, if the opponent they was playing against was going to run or pass the ball. Like, that can't happen again, EA. That just can't happen. We really need to get some diversity. I know a lot of people want to be game changers. I know tons of people hit EA up to become a game changer. I know it's difficult. I know you got to put in that work, and I know a lot of these guys that are game changers are great. They give a lot of information out to the community. They give a lot of schemes out to the community. They get a lot of gameplay out to the community. But we also need to sprinkle in the guys that is looking out for mainly a certain particular part, not just for the lobby gamers who play in the tourneys or stuff like that. We really need some CFM guys out there. I guarantee you, if we get some CFM guys, and I know Swami is a CFM guy. I know he is. He does his online CFM by himself. He runs those. But we need to get more of some of these the CFM is growing. We got a lot of commissioners out here with big leagues, 32-man leagues. I mean, look at us, for example, NBL. We have our 32-man league. We have our 32-man development league, and then we have a waiting list. I mean, we have something that's nice, that's good, and we have strict rules, and we have things that we look at, and you can get. I mean, they can pull some of us guys to come out. We would love to come out there and be on the beta testing team and just basically look more into CFM than anything else. I mean, you got your game changers going to go out there and look to play the game and see what works, what doesn't work, and stuff like that. But you want your guys to go in there just strictly looking at, well, is the scheduling going to be okay? Is the regression going to be okay? Is the draft classes, the retirements, or just anything, or is the XP, OP, or is the scouting OP, or is there certain ways you could change the scouting? I mean, it's countless ways to improve CFM. connected franchise. I mean, it's so many ways. It's so much we want to do that the community wants, but we need those particular guys out there that's testing the game to look into those things, and that way we can give EA, a little bit of advice, a little bit from where we're coming from a whole different perspective than what they're normally hearing from. You got a CFM guys going out to EA Play and hitting the dev team on Twitter and stuff like that, but I think we really need some hands-on guys that are really focused and dedicated to CFM, like John White is, who is dedicated to CFM. We just need guys who are testing to be dedicated to CFM too. I mean, that's all I'm saying. And I'm not just even talking about NBL. There's a lot of great leagues out there. The Madden community is growing. The CFM community is growing. You have leagues that started from day one. You have leagues that waited for the patch. You got leagues that last from August to August. You got leagues that last from August to February. I mean, that's beside the point. You got a lot of guys out here. You got a lot of admins and commissioners out here that want the best for CFM and want the best quality from CFM for Madden. So I think we need to just make the beta team, the people that the EA send to try out the beta, we need to make it more diverse. We need to get a lot of people involved that are looking at different spectrums. That's all I'm saying. With that being said, I'm out. Next time I'm going to talk about something else that I'm very disappointed in that hasn't been implemented yet, and that is daddy leagues. A lot of us CFM guys survive off daddy leagues. There is no way we shouldn't have daddy leagues right now. I mean, it's coming up on a time to where the patches came, the leagues are starting to get, full throttle right now, and we can't even check and see like what players you want to trade. We can't check the scores. Like, we gotta either hop online and check the scores, or we got to have people take screenshots of the score. Look, that's for another subject. I get started on this right here because I'm pretty passionate about daddy leagues. I mean, Poppy, who runs daddy leagues, has done a lot for the Madden community, and we just need daddy leagues. I mean, we're all about daddy leagues. We need it. So whenever I come back and talk to you guys, I'll definitely be talking about daddy leagues. Until then, this is DK. I'm with Madden Bomber League. Make sure you guys comment in the comment section, like, subscribe to the NBL network. Make sure you guys check out Project Fat, Sony Weaver, and Bronco Beef. We all do things for NBL. We have a lot of great content. We have an amazing league. We're doing big things out here. So make sure you check us out. And I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to put my opinion out there. And we're going to keep them coming. Y'all have a good night.